Hey Natalia, I want to start off by saying that I love Squaw Valley. I've taken a couple field trips up there to the Cat Haven, so that's been a pretty neat experience, I would say. So I've been teaching for a couple years, about 5 years now, and not too far away from you in Narosi. But yeah, as far as transitioning from working at your school and after school and in sped and then moving into the classroom, I would say that's a big advantage because you'll see, especially, if you're doing your emphasis in SEL, how important relationships are in the classroom. And when you already have a rapport with the students and you already kind of know what they who they are and what they like, their interests, their backgrounds, if you're part of that community, then it's a huge advantage that you'd have, and you should take that into play when you're setting up your classrooms. And I know that you had a worry about how will they treat you. Well, that's just when you first start, it's going to have to be a clear expectation that you set in your classroom, and let them be aware of that expectation so that they can, respect you and, treat you the way that you want to be treated and the way that a teacher should be treated. And so that's going to be really big. I also uh, see that one of your fears is that or I don't remember if it was a fear, but you talked about having a home life and work. And when I first started teaching, I would mix those two a lot, and it became the point where I would be doing work 24 hours a day, and it just is very draining. And so it's good to hear that you have a good administration, because when you communicate clearly with them and let them know that you need more time on a certain thing, because at this time you're going to be, it's your home hours, it's time that you're not working, then hopefully they understand and they will give you some more time to complete projects or to complete things on a deadline or what it may be. But I've found that having great admin really helps with that. But it's important that you set a limit for yourself, like, hey, I'm not going to work past this time, or I'm not going to you know bring in this work, and I have a family event on the weekend, and trying to manage this too, it gets very very tiring. And so it's important to set a boundary and know where that boundary is and try to stick to it the best you can. um, I know you, or I also I wrote down on some sticky notes um, about being a good teacher. My first year was very challenging because you don't know what you don't know, and so I would try my best to go and watch teachers who are successful, and I would try to ask them any question that I could, even if the question was a silly one, or maybe I thought it wasn't a very knowledgeable question at the time. I would ask it anyway, because like I said, you don't know what you don't know, and once you start asking those questions and have that curiosity to learn, like, why did you do this, or why, or how did you come up with that idea, then it really starts to you really start to make connections within your practice and what other teachers have done. And so it becomes great. I wish you good luck in your teaching career, and hope you have a good class.